In today's video, we have to look at 4 major key updates, events, and catalysts happening that are going to be the big price drivers for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. So you're not going to want to miss this if you hold cryptocurrency. And as always, if you get value from this video, then please be sure to smash the like button. And with that being said, let's get into it. Hello guys, my name is Wagner, and the first key date is September 19th, the Ethereum merge. And this is massive for the entire crypto industry because you see, when the merge happens, we'll reduce the rate of Ethereum's creation by 90%. And this is equivalent of 3 Bitcoin halvings, which just for content, it would take Bitcoin 12 years to match that same net effect. And during times when Ethereum is going to be more heavily used, maybe there is a new NFT that gets launched or a few meme coins that start to pump, Ethereum will most likely be deflationary, which is going to more than likely burn more Ethereum than we are creating. And this is a few of the reasons as to why I'm still dollar cost averaging into ETH, because in theory, this triple halving event is going to push up the price of Ethereum. And we also just had Citigroup coming out with a report explaining why they are also so bullish on the Ethereum merge. Now, this research report mentions that switching from proof of work to proof of stake will reduce the overall issuance rate of Ether by 4.2% a year, with Ether eventually becoming deflationary. This will also turn ETH into a yield-bearing asset with cash flows, and post-merge Ethereum could also be viewed as the relatively energy-efficient and environmentally friendly crypto asset, as the energy expenditure is expected to decrease by 99%. And we even have Ethereum's founder, Vitalik Buterin, saying that the merge might not be priced in yet.
This thing is going to actually happen, and once the merge actually happens, then I expect like morale is going to go way up, right? Like I basically expect that the merge is going to be kind of not priced in, by which I mean like not even just like market terms, but even just kind of like psychological and narrative terms. Like pretty
careful
much
with that word.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like in kind of like in narrative terms, I think it's not going to be priced in like pretty much until like after it happens.
So I want you to let me know down in the comments below, do you believe that we're going to have a successful Ethereum merger come this September? Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, these next few catalysts for crypto, which most are not aware of, are coming in the next 2 weeks, which could be a big game changer for the entire market. So you need to be aware of what's going on and the impact that it could have on Bitcoin. Now, these are really the key dates that are going to drive things for everything on all markets over the next few weeks. So the first date is August 25th to August 27th, where there's going to be a meeting. This will be an economics meeting that the Fed will be present at, and they'll be trying to give their guidance to the market. This will be a 2-day event, and as well as we could all have guessed, they will be sticking to their same story, and that's that inflation is still too high. And we'll have to carry on with more rate hikes until they believe that inflation is under control. So I believe that they're going to have to raise interest rates in the next 2 meetings, and I don't think that's going to change. And I believe that the market has already priced all of that in. And so if they just don't change it, I think that's going to be a fairly positive thing for the markets. The next one is a very huge event, which is the actual CPI figure on September 13th. And this is before the next Fed meeting. And this is really big as well, because this meeting right here is the only time from now until the next CPI figure that the Fed can kind of give some forward guidance and give some information to the market about what they're actually thinking and plan on doing forward. And again, I still believe that they're gonna say that inflation is too high and that we will still need to raise interest rates. So that's absolutely fine in my opinion, because the markets are looking forward past that now. Now, our next big catalyst is the Jackson Hole Symposium. Now, this is a meeting where the Fed officials sit for a couple of days, like an annual central bank get-together. And they're doing this between August 25th and August 27th. Where they're going to be talking about their next plans, and there's various things that they could be talking about. But the main one, which I think that they're going to be focused on, is whether they focus on QT. And now remember that all this time, the government was printing money, and recently they decided to start shrinking the balance sheet. And you can see this tiny little bit down here. That's all they've managed to do in terms of bringing the balance sheet down. And just for content, we were close to $9 trillion of assets on the Federal Reserve, and this is mortgage-backed securities and treasuries, and they need to actually shrink this. And apparently by September, they'll be able to drop this by $95 billion a month. But now what impact does this have as well? Now, the reason that this is so important is that this could be exactly similar to the interest rate hikes. So remember that the market is getting a little bit excited because they think that the Fed could be pausing rate hikes. They could be going from 75 basis points to maybe 50 basis points or even lower. And that's why we haven't seen the markets somewhat rally very recently. But if the Fed comes out from the little get-together next week and say that we're coming out with our new plan, For QT, because it's not been effective and need to bring it down even more, well, this could have a big effect on the markets, similar to an interest rate hike. But even the Fed believes that they could shrink their balance sheet by $7 trillion by the end of 2024, which will still be nowhere near the pre-pandemic levels. And pre-pandemic levels are close to about $4 trillion, and they're saying that they could be at $2.2 trillion by the end of 2024. So the Fed's QT program started in June and will ramp up to as much as $95 billion a month in September. And under these assumptions, the balance sheet will shrink by $2.2 trillion in 2024. And that's where things are actually going to start to get interesting. And we actually need to pay attention to this meeting next week. If Jerome Powell and the Fed are sitting down, coming up with a plan, a game plan of quantitative tightening, that could be the next agenda on everyone's mind. So we definitely want to watch out for that. And now in terms of the broader market, when you hear things about recessions and the global economy slowing down, people will go towards safety and they go to the dollar versus other currencies. And for now, the dollar is the safest asset out there. And obviously for us, we laugh and we think that Bitcoin is the safest asset, and therefore we invest in Bitcoin. But still, when traditional markets see a recession, when they see fearful things going on, and even though the dollar is still weak relative to everything else, the dollar is still considered the safest asset backed by the US government, and so everyone goes to the US dollar. So if it goes higher, then it's going to be bad for Bitcoin and other risk assets. Now longer term, we need to see a long-term reversal. We need this to fall to the downside, which can then help get a sustained rally here on crypto. But if you need help securing profits in this current market, then be sure to check out my friends at Bitsgap. Bitsgap is an all-in-one crypto trading platform that lets you do trading, manage portfolios, access trading bots, provide signals, and much more. Apart from that, they have integrated over 25 major exchanges, including Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, and the sign-up process will not take you more than 2 minutes. It only requires verifying an email account. And Bitsgap also has several features such as trading terminals, signals, portfolio tracking, and access to trading bots, which is one of my favorite features because they are powered by the grid algorithm, which allows any trader to define range and limits for investments, and then it goes ahead to distribute these investments equally. Therefore, each time the system executes a limit order, the grid algorithm goes ahead to place another sell order for a price slightly higher than the market value. And if you're wondering how it all works, well, you start by creating your account on Bitsgap, link your Bitsgap account with one of the supported exchanges with your API keys, and simply place an order to start a bot. Bitsgap also provides 3 subscription plans, and all the plans come with a 7-day free trial, so you can count on Bitsgap automated trading algorithms to generate a constant stream of revenue no matter the state of the market. And be sure to sign up using the link in the description down below for a 7-day free trial to Bitsgap. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.